It is. Yes, yes, yes. We are back here at the Reese's Senior Bowl having a little fun. Hope you guys are doing well out there. We'll take you for a little bit here as we're hoping to have some guests here on the program. Actually, Zach Bond is going to join us, the linebacker from Wisconsin. Jordan Love, quarterback out of Utah State, is going to join us in a little bit. They are closer to wrapping up practice. They should be wrapping up practice probably in the next 20 to 30 minutes. So we should be getting Zach and then Jordan Love after that. So we'll have a couple of guests for you today on the program. We are following several stories while we're up here. We are following the mess down there in South Florida. Apparently, Antonio Brown has a large police presence at his home. They are investigating, according to Cameron Wolf, a alleged assault charge. It says, I'm outside of Antonio Brown's neighborhood in Hollywood, where it remains an active police scene. I'm told the alleged battery occurred outside of Antonio Brown's home and involved a large moving truck and its workers. Police are preparing a release with more information. So Hollywood police are investigating Antonio Brown for possible battery at his home today. Sources told ESPN there's still an active scene at Brown's home as police determine if battery charges will be brought against him. As of now, he's not been arrested. Story coming shortly. This is going to end sadly, isn't it? I mean, that's kind of what it looks like. And I hope I'm wrong, because I was wrong when I thought the Mike Tyson story was going to end sadly. You know, I thought we were headed down that path with Mike, and eventually he got his life back on track, thank the Lord, because it was going to be ugly for Mike for a long, long time to come if he continued down that path, and somehow or another he found a way to kind of straighten out his life, and he's been, you know, a standout citizen so far. So, you know, what can I tell you? I hope the same thing happens to Antonio Brown, but he clearly, I mean, absolutely clearly needs help. We are watching right now practice here at the Senior Bowl. The North team is practicing, and yes, on the North team, a guy by the name of Jordan Love is there. So is Anthony Gordon out of Washington State. In fact, if I'm correct, I think Jordan Love is right now under center. He is about to open I think he's been the opening quarterback so far in the drills. Threw some nice deep balls earlier in the practice. We'll see how he works out here. Anthony Gordon also is another guy that's here that, had a little up and down here so far. But remember, guys, I don't go crazy on the first day, because it is the first day. But, hey, why don't we focus in on right here. There you go. And he bobbled it, and there's no snap to take. It's a fumble, fumbalaya, fumblerooski. You know, that kind of stuff. That was what was going on there. So there you go. You see, any other station in South Florida going to do this for you? No, of course not. Nobody else is going to do that for you. You know? I don't know. Should we give him one more shot at Jordan Love here?
Give him another chance. Give Jordan a chance.
Huh?
Give Jordan a chance to show something.
Yeah, give Jordan a chance.
I know how to fumble the snap.
Here you go. There's Jordan Love. There you go. He's dropping back. He's scrambling. Oh, that would have been a sack. Boom. There you go.
Yeah, earlier, throwing actually against the wind, man. Some nice 40, 45-yard deep sideline passes, hitting guys in stride against the wind. And there's a
he's got a lot of talent, man. They've got him. I think my boy moved the sticks here. Had him at like 13 going to the Colts. So we'll see. It all depends on what he does this week, but there's no doubt he's the guy that a lot of people are going to fall in love with.
They're thinking the Colts aren't totally enamored with Bissett. Jacoby, come on, man.
I know.
It's all world, brother.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. See that little pass there? That was behind the receiver. He just threw a pass to the running back out in the flats, and he put it behind him. And those are the things that, when it comes to ball placement and accuracy, those are things that he has to work on. He has a lot of talent. There's no doubt about it. Antonio Brown, a suspect in battery probe, according to Cameron Wolf. Police are investigating a possible battery outside the home of free agent wide receiver Antonio Brown. Police spokesman told ESPN that Brown is a suspect in the incident, but has not been arrested or charged as of now. There are still several police officers at the scene in front of Brown's home. Police said the case does not involve a domestic dispute. The incident happened outside of Brown's home, where a moving truck currently sits. It's believed that the incident is related to the moving truck and its workers. A 911 call was placed to alert police of a possible battery, and police arrived on the scene to get more information. There is a police briefing expected at the Hollywood Police Department at 7 p.m. This guy's a pain in the ass for everybody. Police described the scene as active. Brown's home is located in a gated community in Hollywood, where multiple neighbors told ESPN they've been fed up with the antics coming from Brown's home. The situation was first reported by TMZ Sports. Last week, Brown's agent, Drew Rosenhaus, conditionally terminated his earlier this month, had the outburst. Okay, he was okay. 31 wasn't on an active roster. Okay, all the rest is all the stuff that we know in football and all that.
Can I just say why he's doing this, though?
Why? Because
he had like a 4 or 5 day hiatus, man. He had to get back out there in the press.
He is.
This guy was the number one Google searched athlete in 2019. And you remember how he was all proud of that and everything, you know.
This clown needs to be, put in a straitjacket and needs some serious help. Okay? He is in bad shape. He is not good. And it's going to end uglier than what it is already.
Yeah,
okay?
with this type of situation, it has to hit rock bottom before they get that, per se, bitch slap wake up. Hey,
remember, this is a guy. This is a guy that only knows football, and he doesn't have football in his life. And clearly, he has no other skill sets. He has no other desires, nothing whatsoever. Apparently, he doesn't have a family either. These are things that sometimes it's good to have a family. You know what I mean? I mean, for me personally, it's always great to have a family. But for those kind of guys, that's why family is so important sometimes, because you need them to ground you. You need them just to keep you sane sometimes because of everything that goes on in the world. It's so important to have. Remember what I told you about Antonio Brown, what his main problem is, right? Nobody loves that guy. Nobody. He has nobody that he can count on, nobody that he trusts, nobody that really cares for him and is looking out for his best interest. Not, I'll help you, and hey, can you pay my bills? And I'll help you. Hey, can you pick up my,
like you had pointed out Friday, the hangers on.
Yeah, that's all he has. That's all he has. And that's why he's where he's at right now. And he has nobody that he can listen to. Not that he would probably at this point, but he really needs somebody that actually cares about the human being. Like most of us are lucky that we have a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whatever, an uncle, an aunt, a grandmother, a grandfather, a best friend, somebody that really cares about you and is willing to tell you, hey, man, you are doing this and it's wrong and you need to change your ways and you need to check yourself and you need to stop. And the hanger-ons are just, no, you're right, Antonio. Everything you're doing is right. No, you're right. The cops are bad. You're right. She's bad. You're right. Your kids are out of line. You're right. That's what he has around him. And that's all he wants to hear.
So you're thinking some tough love?
Yeah, but I think we're at...
It goes beyond that.
Yeah, I think we're at the point of no return, as Kansas would say, that I don't think you're going to be able to see that anymore because I don't think anybody can reach him anymore. And that's the sad part. And look, the incidents just keep piling up, and it's only going to get worse. Okay? Because if there is battery here because he hit somebody and he thinks he can hit one of the, see, that's the other thing that's where we have been, me, you, all of society. We're all guilty. And we create these monsters because we allow them to get away with crap from when they're young. And so as they continue to just evolve and continue to break laws and violate rules and all of that, but you allow them to get away with it, they will always feel that they can do it. And that's why if he, let's say he was just to have some fun with this, okay, not that I'm making light of his situation, but it just have fun in the explanation and just say, hey, he hit the guy because, I don't know, he wasn't carrying something. He dropped something that was going to be put on the thing, and Antonio got crazy and hit him. And Antonio feels like he's going to be able to get away with that because he always gets away with it. And this is what you're seeing, and it's only going to get worse. It just is. I mean, it truly is scary that the level of ignorance that he shows throughout all of this, it's actually baffling. And now we'll see where this leads, you know. And I don't know what the police is going to say at 7 o'clock, but
it's an opportunity for them to have a press conference, though.
And I'm sure they'll talk about, hey, this is the 14th incident that we've been to in his home, and you saw in the quotes by Cameron Wolf in his story that the neighbors are already tired of the guy, which I can't imagine what it's like to live next to that clown and all the crap that goes on between him and his baby mama and everything else that goes on.
You have this nice neighborhood. You bought this home, and
Wow.
this clown moves in next door to you. Can you imagine, Oh, man.
I would be losing my mind because you paid all that money. And
oh, yeah. I mean, you're talking $1 million minimum, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. No, it's one of
Probably
those
more.
that it really blows you away that this would go on this long. By the way, proud sponsor of the program is Choice Mortgage Bank, Michael Codsey, and the great people at Choice Mortgage Bank. Hey, please tell them that Big O sent you. They will take care of you right now. State rates, we can still get you under 3.5%. Call them right now, 561-441-2730, and they do it all from wholesale, conventional, residential loans, condo loans, reverse mortgages, jumbo loans, FHA, VA loans. Call them right now for a free qualification and consultation. 561-441-2730. All right, let's talk a little Dolphins. We have some news, and I kind of predicted this a while back, a couple weeks ago when they hired Chan Gailey. One of the reasons why I told you they may be hiring Chan Gailey is because they know they're going to lose Jim Caldwell. And sure enough, Jim Caldwell is gone. And today they made it official. Jim Caldwell has left the Dolphin organization, never coached a game, never really took the sidelines with the Dolphins, had the personal issue, and had to check out. And apparently he is back from his personal issues. Now, he was mentioned for some jobs, yet wasn't hired. Now, I can simply go with black. And that would be really easy for me to do, obviously, because the minority in the NFL gets the short end of the stick all the time. So it's not something that you would be shocked that the black candidate doesn't get the opportunity. I'm also wondering, because, see, we hear that he stepped down, but we haven't heard from him yet that he's saying, well, I want to coach again, I'm ready to go, and those kind of things. And maybe he said it behind the scenes, but nobody really took him serious enough that they brought him in for interviews and things like that. And so that tells me that maybe whatever personal issue he might have had might still linger, might still be a chance of coming back, because he didn't get a sniff from anybody in the NFL, and now he's not returning to the Dolphins. That's kind of weird, isn't it? You figure if he's leaving the Dolphins, it's because he has something else that's a better opportunity for him. You know what I mean? And you're not getting that. So if he's not getting a better opportunity and he's leaving the only opportunity, then what's going on?
Is there a sense of apprehension because he hasn't come clean with what the situation was that
Well,
he had to step away?
Well, he would have to come clean to those
Right.
people.
Yeah, I would think.
It doesn't have to come clean to us in the media or the fans
that's
or anything.
personal.
We'll never find
exactly.
out. And I'm sure whoever of the NFL people that do know, then they've made a determination on.
Yeah, there's still a lingering.
Yeah. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, but
if this resurfaces.
I mean, the guy is a better coach than half the league as it is. He's a better offensive coordinator than most of the league as it is. And he didn't get a job. And he's leaving the only one he has. It's weird.
Well, looking into it,
strange.
Man, that was the one spot, coaching-wise, that you were all about. This is awesome.
Yeah. It's a blessing.
Now, of course, over the course of the season, we got to see what transpired.
Right. But remember, that's why I also said maybe that's why Gailey is getting hired, because they know they're going to lose Caldwell. And, yeah, they did. They lost Caldwell. And now they have a very experienced coordinator, former head coach. Because remember, that's the other. Flores had a guy that's a former head coach that he can bounce things off of. Now he gets one back in Chan Gailey. So I just, to this one, it kind of sucks for us as Dolphin fans, because there's no doubt that the team and the coaching staff and any player that he's around is going to be a lot better because they have Jim Caldwell around. So now you get Chan Gailey in there, and you kind of have the same effect, you hope. And that Chan Gailey gives you that comfort zone that Jim Caldwell was giving a lot of players also. So interesting story with Caldwell. I know that the Dolphins hired the Virginia assistant, Robbie Brown, to be the QB coach. Again, this is all very strange with Caldwell. Very, very strange that he would leave the Dolphins but have no position. It's weird. There's more to this story. We probably won't find out about it, ladies and gentlemen, because HIPAA rules and all that, unless somebody somehow gets the skinny and lets out the story, then maybe, yeah, that could be the case. You never know. I can see where that would be the issue. 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, that's 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. Follow us as always. Jay says, good afternoon. Oh, people are already talking about you and Brett Tesler speaking next Thursday evening. Oh, well, thank you, sir. I look forward to our get-together there next Thursday, my man. Definitely. Look forward to that. Hey, just sent you a DM on some thoughts. I appreciate it, sir. Appreciate it, Premier Reviewer. Thank you. Saw that on DM. We'll look into that too. Thank you for always looking out, my man. That's one thing I can be very grateful that you, sir, have been a blessing to us here on the show. Appreciate all of you out there that have tried to help out and are helping out and are willing to help out in any way, shape, or form to help us succeed and build this thing up. That's been one of the things that I got to say has, got me right in the center of my heart, that it's amazing the love that you guys have shown our program, whether it's friends or social media or listeners or anything that you can help out, sponsors, all that kind of stuff. It's been really, really amazing how many of you have stepped up to assist us in all of this.
Takes a community to make a great show.
Yes, exactly. I don't know where the great show is, but I thank for the community on that one. I appreciate the community on that. The NFL draft plans are in, and Vegas obviously will be out there. The NFL the 23rd through the 25th. And everything is going to take place at Caesar's Palace. That's where they're going to build the main stage. And that's where they're going to be holding the drafts. And also at the Bellagio. Okay? But the main stage will be at the Caesars Forum. And that will be the stage for the first, second, and third days of the draft. That's where you go. And that main stage is where they will also have performers, too, throughout the weekend also. Because, as you know, they always have performers out there. We will be performing at Tommy Rocker's. We'll be broadcasting live out there with 300 of our closest friends. I know Tommy Rocker is soon going to be releasing the information where you can go reserve your table for any of the 3 days out there for the draft. So we'll have a little fun. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome, man. That is definitely one experience that we're all going to enjoy. But now you know that between Caesar's Palace and the Bellagio, that's where you're going to have most of your NFL draft stuff going on. So plan accordingly. If you want to stay somewhere close to that, there you go. Or if not, just get a car and you'll be there in a minute, and that's it. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world, as they say. I'm watching practice here. I'm watching the boys as they get ready to wrap up the afternoon session, which started at 3 o'clock. It should end somewhere in the next 20 minutes here. By 5 o'clock, I'm sure it should be over. We should have about a 2-hour practice, no more than that on that one. So you got your draft plans April 23rd through April 25th. Let's see, what else do we have here on the program that we've been talking about or that I just saw. Oh, yes, Cowboys. Apparently their number one priority is going to be Dak Prescott. That's interesting that they would talk about Dak Prescott being their number one priority. It's not a surprise, obviously, that they're talking Dak Prescott as the number one priority, but the question is, how much do you believe he should be a number one priority for you if you're the Cowboys? Here's what the story says. It's been urgent for us, said Stephen Jones, vice president of the Dolphins, telling Michael Gelkin of the Dallas Morning News. We certainly want to get that done. That's our number one priority as we go into the offseason, is to hopefully find some resolution to get it done. Cowboys came close to an extension with Prescott before the season started. Jones previously said it didn't happen, so Prescott played out his rookie deal. Jones said priority number 2 is getting a contract completed with wide receiver Amari Cooper, who is scheduled to become a free agent in March. The Cowboys have no meeting scheduled with either Prescott's or Cooper's agents at the Senior Bowl. If I happen to run into them, I'm more than happy to visit with them, Jones said via John Marchota of The Athletic. I know them both well. So we will find out if it is a priority for them and how much. See, Dak is that guy that I think he can be serviceable for you and get the job done, again, in the perfect scenario. But do I think that Dak Prescott is the guy that can go off script and then when things break down, he's the guy that's going to straighten everything out? No, I don't. I really don't. There's no part of me that thinks that Dak Prescott can elevate others. I think he can be a facilitator on his best day. Now, if you want to give that kind of quarterback $30+ million, then go for it. Just like, hey, listen, if the Titans want to play Ryan Tannehill and they want to pay him all that money and they want to pay him $30 million, then go for it, bro. I mean, if you didn't see what you needed to see in the Kansas City game, I can't help you. I get it. It's really cute. Some of you out there, you make excuses. Well, if Ryan had this and Ryan had that, well, Ryan had pretty much close to perfect. Okay? And he did what he could do. And some of you out there fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Some of you are still falling for it, which is really amazing that after 8 years, you would think that guy can be a franchise guy. And that's what you have to ask yourself. Can Dak Prescott be a franchise guy? Because if he's going to ask us for $30, $35 million, he's a franchise guy. That's what he's saying. He's saying that when chaos happens, I will elevate you. How many of you believe that? Because I don't. There's no part of me that believes that if chaos ensues, that guy is going to elevate everybody else and take them to the next game. I don't see it. Same thing as we saw with Ryan Tannehill. He had an opportunity, but unfortunately, he could not close the deal because that's not who he is. And when they needed a real quarterback, he can't be that guy. Now, he can facilitate on his best day that you've got Derrick Henry running for 180, 200, 220 yards. Yeah, I know when Jay Ajayi was running for 200 yards too, Ryan had a good time. There's a lot more to this game than just being a facilitator in a perfect situation. And that's what happens too often. Well, it looks like the afternoon practice has ended. How about that? So we are hopefully going to get Zach Bond from Wisconsin, the outside linebacker. We are waiting for him to call us. And then Jordan Love will end up calling. Why don't we do this? Let's take a quick break, all right? And then when we come back, hopefully we'll get Zach Bond on. We'll get Jordan Love. I'll get ready. Back with more live from the Senior Bowl, the only radio show in South Florida that is here covering your Miami Dolphins this way for 21 years. Back with more.
Metallica, headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. Go to welcometorocvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now.
Plus tax, tag title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit. Offers end 11/10/19.
Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer. Any offer. When you buy a Toyota at up to 50%, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer. Based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET. On 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Codsey now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Codsey can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica, Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
All righty. We are waiting one of the best linebackers in the draft here at the Senior Bowl. Outside linebacker. He can rush the passer, too. There's a reason why I'm bringing him on. You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying the Dolphins need a pass rush?
Dolphins need a badass like this. Zach Bond is a badass from Wisconsin. So that's a guy. And then, of course, we're going to talk to Jordan Love out of Utah State. So there we go. I think we could be getting Zach Bond right now as we speak. I will go to remember to give us a thumbs up here on the YouTube broadcast every single time you are on, folks. Give us a little thumbs up here. So, and we thank you, of course, for joining us here on the show. All right. And we're going to talk. It looks like we're going to talk to both guys now coming up, and I'm looking forward to talking to Zach Bond from Wisconsin, by the way, and we're going to talk to and we're going to talk to Jordan Love from Utah State. I think Bill is doing that right now. There we go. I think I just heard it. Okay, here we go. It's a beautiful thing. All right, we are ready to rock and roll, right, Bill? Is that the deal?
Give us a half a second, man. We just got to get them up.
Okay. All right, you got it. So we are going to talk to Zach Bond. He, of course, is of Wisconsin and a badass linebacker. And a guy that I think would look good in a Dolphins uniform. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to ask him right now when we get him on the air here, you know, if Zach would look good in a Dolphins uniform. I'm sure he's going to tell me I'm going to look good in 32 uniforms, right? But, you know, we're in South Florida, so we care about our beloved Dolphins. So here we go. I think we have Zach. We have him ready to go. Here we go. All right. All right, here we go. Bill still
Hey, this is the deal. I can't do an incoming call, so I got to call them to bring it up.
Okay.
So give me 2 seconds.
All right, so we're going to call them to bring it up, and the phone call too. So we appreciate that. One guy says, Big O, what do you think are the Finns' first 3 picks in the draft? I'm thinking QB, OL, and edge rusher. Well, Troy, you got to be in the draft in order to – that's fantasy, bro. You just can't – throw out 3 positions because you don't know where you're at in the draft and who got picked and all that stuff. So that it's not that simple to just say, oh, yeah, we'll get this position this round and this position that one and that one. You don't know what's available. So now what we do know is Zach Bond is available, linebacker out of Wisconsin. Zach, I was talking about this that I said, no, he's not there with us yet?
We now have Mr. Zach Bond, sir.
Okay. All right. Zach, I was telling the folks that you would look good in a Dolphins uniform. Am I right or am I wrong here?
If I'm not mistaken, you also said I was a badass linebacker out of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
If you said that, you're absolutely right.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Oh, man.
I love it. Draft him right now. Chris Greer, where is it? Get him in here. How you feeling, my man? How you feeling after practice?
I'm feeling great. Feeling hyped up. Excited for this great opportunity.
So where do you get that energy you play with every single week? Because you do play like a madman. So I'm just wondering, where did that originate? Who brought it out of you from the get-go to play like that?
I think I was a quarterback in high school, came into Wisconsin at 205, never played a lick of defense, and I really had to get it out the mud. So for my redshirt freshman year, I went to special teams, and that's kind of where I got my start, just being a relentless person, relentless player.
So wait a minute, dude. You go from quarterback to playing linebacker. The adjustment of hitting somebody, that's completely different now. How was that whole adjustment?
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but great coaches and great people around me. Wisconsin has a great tradition of converting high school quarterbacks to the linebacker position. And since my time there, there's probably been like 4 or 5 quarterbacks turned linebacker having a lot of success in the NFL right now.
So what is there a trait that you got to have in order to become a linebacker from the quarterback position? I mean, there's got to be something that's in common with all you guys.
Yeah, I think the thing that's in common is athleticism and frame. Wisconsin looks for frame, and they just have a great developmental program. That if you trust the program, you're gonna be whoever you want to be.
That is a truly amazing story. So, how much do you love now hitting the crap out of people?
I can say I get a lot more excitement out of sacking the quarterback than I did scoring touchdowns in high school.
So what for you? You know what the quarterback is. You know what he thinks. You know how he feels about getting sacked. So does that become that much more sweet for you because you played the position and you know what they're going through?
Yeah, I remember getting sacked in high school, and it was probably the most demoralizing feeling personally as a quarterback, and I know how the offensive line feels letting one slip away. So that's my job on defense, just cause havoc.
So they've nicknamed you Sack Bomb too at the same time. I mean, how many different nicknames have you had?
I've heard that one a few times. I've heard Sack Zach. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, so now, what's the key for a linebacker to have that knack of being able to get after the quarterback? How much is it about the player? And also, let's be fair, how much is it that the coach also dials up the right play at the right time? You tell me.
Yeah. Although I will say I'm a great athlete, but credit to my coaches and Jim Leonard up in Wisconsin, defensive coordinator, for putting me in a good position and allowing me to shine. Just being able to find your own style. I'm not the biggest guy, not the tallest guy. Don't weigh the most. You don't need to be 6'5", 265 to pass rush and get sacks on the quarterback.
How much do you, when you look at this process now, and we're talking with Zach Baum, by the way, outside linebacker for Wisconsin, this process, it seems to me like this is a process you actually love, which could be, sometimes it's kind of tedious and boring for some guys, but somehow I get a feeling like you love this kind of process.
Yeah, to do this as a full-time job, you really got to love the process. And it sounds weird, but I don't really set immediate goals for myself. I'm just looking for that constant growth. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse in my eyes. And I can feel myself getting better every year, every practice, every week.
Zach, can you tell when somebody doesn't have it? And I mean by it, and I mean the love for the game, because obviously, you know it, dude. In order to go through this whole thing, you got to have an incredible love for the game, because if you don't, dude, you're dead in the water. There's no way you're really ever going to play at a high level, or you end up injured.
Yeah, you really got to have a passion for the game because, especially as you progress throughout college and to the NFL, things only get faster from there. And if you're not up to the challenge, if you don't have your heart and soul into it, it's quick to fall behind and get beat up.
Zach, do you consider yourself a complete linebacker, or what area do you think you need to work on and show people here at the Senior Bowl?
That's the thing about it. In college, I really only played on the edge, but I was getting sacks. I dropped in coverage, had a few interceptions. It sounds cliche, but I can really do it all, and that's what I'm here to show. I'm here to show my off the ball stuff and doing whatever it takes. Being able to play any position is really key for me.
So covering is one of those things you got to show them because they know you can rush, they know you can get after the running back, but it's kind of showing what you can do in space is what it's all about this week.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my plan here, and I definitely attack that first day.
Well, Zach, my brother, the Dolphins need a badass linebacker. So I don't know, man. I mean, there's a Zach that's up for the Hall of Fame that played for the Miami Dolphins this year. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with another Zach playing that position. Now, let me ask you, if you would put on a Dolphins uniform and you're Zach Bond, okay, and you're not Zach Thomas, but they're going to start comparing you, or you got to live up to that legend that is Zach Thomas, how would you take on that kind of challenge?
Absolutely. I'd just be myself, understand that although we have the same name, we're not the same player. And if I went to the Dolphins, it'd be an honor to be reunited with a fellow Badger and Vince Beagle.
Oh,
and Andrew Van Ginkel.
That's right. Hey, let me tell you, Andrew came on at the end of the year, man. I like that
Absolutely.
draft pick. I like that draft. And Vince Beagle has been a terrific addition here, man. So you know what? I'm telling you, wow. It'd be a Badger type of gang coming at you from a defense. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be pretty sweet.
Zach,
it'd be a pretty cool opportunity.
No doubt. My brother, thank you for taking some time. I really appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You got
Appreciate
it, baby.
you.
Be good. There you go.
Bye.
Zach Bond, man, from Wisconsin. How about that? Zach sacks. He sacks a lot. This guy can play, man. Watch him now this week here at the Senior Bowl. Watch him in the game. Go to YouTube. Go put on his highlights. This kid can play, man. It's an interesting cat, and they need to get themselves an outside pass rushing linebacker. Okay? Love the confidence. Love the swag, huh? Right from the get-go. Well, you said I was a badass linebacker. Now, that is accurate right there. I like that.
He must have heard me when Andrea from the Senior Bowl called, and I'm like, you got the badass linebacker.
There you go. So we'll get now we are working on Jordan Love. You may want to call her to get Jordan Love. So we'll get Jordan Love on now, and we will talk to the quarterback of Utah State out here at the Senior Bowl. It's looking look at the field now. Now nobody. There you go, Lad Peebles Stadium. There's the downtown area that way. Oh, it's pretty cold over there. For us, at least.
That's how I knew it was going to be freezing up here. They're supposedly going to be hitting the.
He has so much ability. I got to tell you that he is. It's intoxicating, but he's not as accurate as Mahomes is right now at this point. As long as we don't draft Tua, any QB will do if it fits Flores' system. Well. 72 Fins logo there. What if they draft Tua, but they do what I say? Okay, if you draft Tua, take another quarterback. That's not a bad plan either. I'm not a big fan in taking Tua at 5 either, okay, because of the injury history. Now, I do understand if they do. Let's see. I think you might be right about Jordan Love. He has a cannon, but what concerns me is the interceptions and accuracy is a project. And yes, SoFlo fan, I agree. He is a project. That's why I don't think you should take him so early in the draft. That's the thing. If you reach too early, then it's too risky. Thank you, Big O, for being the only radio show in the Senior Bowl that we get to enjoy again. Thank you. No problem. It's my pleasure being out here, man. Let's see. I really like his arm. If they groom him right, he could be a special player. That's what SoFlo fan is saying. 72 Fins logo. Is Zach a first-round pick, Big O? No, I don't think so. I think he's a second rounder. I think that's where he's at. Let's see. Miami Dolphins, best team in the AFC East? Well, I hope so, man. I am dying for that moment to happen. Okay? The Dolphins should really look into Jameis Winston? No. No, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know what you are, if you're a man or a woman, but I disagree with you either way. Okay? No. I don't want anything to do with Jameis Winston. I'm sorry. I can't take the guy. No way. Yeah. I don't want a guy that throws 30 interceptions. And then he thinks he's balling. When he was telling the media that he's balling because he looks at the touchdowns but not the interceptions, you're not the guy I want. You don't get it. You're not allowed to tell anybody you're balling when you have 30 interceptions. There's nothing about balling when it comes to 30 INTs. That's a lot of stupid football that you've been playing, Jameis. So, no, I got to disagree with you. I wouldn't touch Jameis Winston with a 10-foot pole. Let's see. Wow, long day, guys. You're the best. Well, these are long days. I mean, I work every day pretty much as a long day. But yeah, these are long days. We're going to do the mornings. We're going to do a couple of hours before the two practices out here, and then we'll do a little bit after practice, and hopefully we'll get interviews like what we're getting now. I'm waiting. I'm crossing my fingers here, waiting for Jordan Love to call, and hopefully we could get him on. Let's see, what else do we have? Man, but Winston is way better than Tua. No, I mean, he could stay healthy over Tua, but Tua's a better passer than Winston. I don't like Winston's thinking. It's just he doesn't take care of the football, you know. Kelvin Smith goes, name an elite QB that has thrown 30 interceptions in one season. Yeah, Peyton Manning did not throw 30. He threw like 24, 25 or something. But that was his rookie year.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah, no, that's what we're talking about. That's Peyton Manning. That was his rookie year, so that doesn't even count. This is Jameis Winston's 5th year, man. His freaking 5th year, and he's throwing 30 interceptions. That's just unacceptable. Okay?
I want you to know that you're doing your best Zach Thomas imitation here today. You're the first one to show up, and we're going to be the last ones to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Although Sirius is still
being
there.
like Zach.
Sirius is still there, although we started before they did. But yeah, Sirius is right next door to us. Now, what's the deal with Jordan Love, bro? What's the deal?
I have no idea, sir. Let me call Andrea, see what's up.
Let's get Andrea on. Ask her if it's Andrea or is it Andrea. That's a 90210 joke. And, if you were like me, then you would have gotten it. So, there we go. Now we are trying. I can't remember one QB that has thrown that many interceptions. I'm sure there's been another one that's thrown that many, but it was probably a really bad QB at that point. So that's probably it. So we'll. I know that Bill right now is working on trying to get Jordan Love for us here on the show, so we can wrap it up here on the show. I don't know. Okay. I think we're going to get him in a couple minutes here. I think that's what they're telling us here, that we will get him in a couple minutes. Okay. So we will fill that box there, which is pretty awesome if we do get him on our first day to get. That's the number one guy I wanted from this game, actually. Herbert's the other one, but really more Love than Herbert. That's what I wanted.
All right, Oh.
Yes.
We got the lowdown. unfortunately, because they've got the kids on the bus, we weren't able to get Jordan.
Ugh.
But we will definitely have him tomorrow. I've been assured. It's just the kids got to go. They got schedule.
All right, so Jordan is
tomorrow,
Jordan will
I've
be
been
set
assured.
for tomorrow. Sorry, folks, we tried. We tried to make it happen, but we thank all of you for tuning in. As always, we appreciate your support out there. Bill is always cranking. We thank Andrea,
You too, brother.
or
You too.
Andrea from the Senior Bowl, and we thank her for helping us out. So what is this, a NorCal text making fun of me that April Wine is still around? Yeah, April Wine is still around, bro. And I'm going to April Wine in Vegas, okay? I've had enough. Enough is enough, okay?
NorCal.
See how strong that is? I brought in an April Wine song to respond in that one. How many people can do that? Huh?
I just got to say.
How many people got the rock wittiness to do that?
NorCal hasn't confirmed Pearl Jam one way or the other.
No, I already told you.
He's out?
Oh, dude, you didn't pay attention to me. I told you he hates Pearl Jam.
Huh?
He hates Pearl Jam. He's not going. He'll hang out with us.
Okay.
While we're there for 2 days.
All right.
NorCal will hang out with us, but he's not going to Pearl Jam. I've had this conversation with him. He hates Pearl Jam.
I'm in shock.
You know what? I've run into people that don't like Eddie Vedder. They don't like his voice.
Well, look, I know that there was a run where he could only do so many days, and then he had to take a break. If on the third or fourth day, his voice was gone.
That has nothing to do with people not liking the guy.
Well,
there are people that really don't
saying
like
if
his
people
style.
went to his concert.
No.
Saw it, and what is that?
No,
You don't
it has
sound
nothing.
like you.
No. It's just from the record. They don't like his voice. All right, there was this thing in the '90s where they made fun of him because they made it sound like all his songs sounded the same, which is not true. But whatever.
Ted in the movie Ted did
That's
a really
right.
good
Yes.
rendition of that.
Exactly. So it was just one of those deals where I think that run there. And remember, when you become popular, you also gain hate. Nobody is hated more than the Yankees because it's 27 championships and it's 100 years of obnoxious fans winning all those championships. So then people end up hating it because it's so many.
So what's the excuse for the Jets?
Well, they're just idiots. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's just different. Like the Jet fans and the Jets are just obnoxious because you haven't won. That's even worse. Like if you're obnoxious and like Boston fans are obnoxious because they've won championships in every sport possible, from badminton all the way to football. I mean, there's not a Boston team that hasn't won a championship in anything. But hey, dude, be arrogant. You want it. You can do that. You can't be arrogant when you don't win. No, it doesn't fly. The arrogance is understood from a Bulls fan in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, bro, it's Michael Jordan. It's respect. It's 6 championships, It's 8, but he took 2 years off, and he gave you guys 2 more. But he would have easily won 8. That's what. And what are you going to do, argue with a Bulls fan? You'd look like an idiot, right? That's how it is. But you can't be arrogant, and you can't, and you're not winning. That doesn't fly. That doesn't fly at all. You kept us waiting till the end, and no love today. Shrewd, JK boys, great job once again. The show's the best. I appreciate it. We certainly did not try to do a bait and switch on you, but I appreciate you checking in. I'm a little frustrated about it. I was hoping we'd get Jordan Love today.
I guess the kids got done, and boom, and then it's like, get them on the bus. And when I called her, she said, we had them for about 2 minutes. We were good to go, and then it was no. Get them on the bus. They're out of here.
Yeah, because once the coaches say it,
that's it.
Media people have no power whatsoever, and they got to do what the coaches say. All right, we are out of here. Bill, as always, great work by you. Thank you to all out there for tuning in and just supporting the show as always. We will see you tomorrow once again from the Reese's Senior Bowl. Be good out there. Much love.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.